We don't need to. We don't need roll 20. If you want, I can make roll 20 pretty. If you want to have that there just as a visual.
Yeah.
Like I can put you on a map that's pretty or a picture or something.
That's up to you.
A super cool ship.
Mm-hmm. But we don't.
That is weird. I started zooming in and it just shrunk them, like started cutting off sections of the map.
Oh no.
Ooh.
That's weird.
He's hacked. He's hacked the system, you guys.
I'm in.
I get to 160 and I can no longer see the smaller island in the bottom right corner.
Stop.
Michael.
Yes.
Don't cover for him. Don't cover for him.
I can't help it.
He knows what he did. All right, so I'm not on roll 20. You guys can be if you want to. But it's on the ship map for a background for the recording. So, Kyrian, if I come back to that map and find a bunch of penises drawn on it, so help me God.
Okay, I'm not on roll 20, so if that happens, it's not me this time.
And if anyone tries to get him in trouble, I'm gonna boot all y'all.
Well, you'll still.
No.
Damn it.
I know, right? I was literally going to click the paint.
Locke and I were sprinting to roll 20.
No. Okay. I'll leave it up to you guys. We don't have to roleplay this whole part. It can just be somehow you decided that Rig was going to be in there just because you needed a neutral third party, or we can go like right from when all that happened and go through it. But I'm going to ask you guys to get her in there somehow. Just as a mediator to encourage a healthy discussion where everyone's being listened to. So, I mean, we can skip right to everyone's in there and we've all had a chance to at the very least calm down a little bit. That's fine with me. Unless somebody has anything they want to take care of before then.
I mean, if we do want to skip to that, we could very easily just say Kyrian went to get her and ask.
Well, Locke was going to get Corlin because Corlin had left.
Okay, so we'll start there. We'll start there, and just like all I'm gonna ask is that at some point somebody goes, look, like we need somebody in here to make sure that this conversation will not go the way the other one did, that we're all kind of hearing one another.
Yeah.
Just put that in there somewhere. So yeah, Locke, and I think that wasn't Indy also going to go get Corlin?
No, she had said it was a good idea, and I think people misheard her and were like, "Oh, she's gonna go."
I thought somebody else typed it, like me too. Where was it?
Locke also immediately after typed, he told Indy to stay.
Yeah. Either way.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
to stay with Lyric.
Yeah, because Lyric was about to talk to the orb.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well,
So
Lyric,
Locke was in,
I did start talking to the orb, and the orb knew my name.
Yeah.
That's true.
well, maybe we're gonna.
We're gonna rewind 5 seconds.
No, well, no, you couldn't do that. But let's just say maybe
We'll
we take
cut
a
back
pause
to
from
it
that.
during
Yeah.
the next session.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. You did, but we'll say that you realize that there's maybe more important things going on at the moment. Immediately important, not necessarily overall important. Who knows? But yeah. So that did happen. We're not going anywhere with that right now. All right. So Locke goes to find Corlin.
Yep. And I can't control the character.
She probably didn't get too far. She probably... She'd probably still be up top, getting some air and stuff.
I'm gonna refresh. That's all kinds of weird. So yeah, Locke would have come out and just like started walking next to her and just been like, "Hey, you doing alright?"
I just needed a little bit of fresh air, you know, just get my head right.
Yeah, fair.
Just was feeling just a little what's the word? Stuffy. Yeah, I was feeling stuffy. So just take deep breath, hold it, and let it out.
Okay.
I know I gotta go back in there. We gotta go back in there, don't we?
I mean, if you need a minute, we can just watch the water, I guess. Let you calm down a bit until you're ready. But yeah, we should probably finish the talk.
I wanna punch the ship so badly. Just get out some frustration, but I know that's just gonna make things worse, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe when this is all done, maybe me and you go somewhere and do some sparring or something. Get some,
Yes. That is gonna be fantastic.
I will tell you, Corlin, when you and Kyrian fought,
Mm-hmm.
you would have seen him thrash the ship too, and he would have mended it magically afterwards. So,
Yeah, but after everything that happened, she just feels at the moment hitting the ship and doing any kind of damage is just not probably the best thing.
well, no, I won't be mad if you do it.
Yeah. She just thinks that's probably not the best just right now.
It's very mature.
Okay. Okay. Couple more deep breaths. All right, let's go.
Alright.
Okay. Get yelled at.
No one should be getting yelled at.
I know, step on the
think-
shark.
And I think Zoran's not looking at chat. But we can just say that conversation happened.
Dear.
Sorry,
Bruh!
I keep hitting my unmute
No, it's cool.
button.
It's me, Lyric, bruh.
I keep hitting my
That's
my
the
unmute.
best idea, dude.
Oh god, it's so bad.
With his puka shell necklace.
Several beers in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Yeah. Please continue. I couldn't help myself.
Yeah,
Lyric.
Yep. What's going on?
in roleplay chat. I just was putting an in canon sort of reason for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. So he just. So I didn't talk to the orb.
We're gonna
I
come
mean,
back to it.
you're allowed to stop and then continue talking. Kyrian's kind of addressing you right now. We're not going to do the orb thing right away, I think.
Okay. Why don't we just right before I actually grab the orb, then he
Okay.
stops me. Okay. Okay. And then yes, and then he'd be like, "Sure, sounds
And
good."
we'll go for a little walkie walk to the lower deck. And find Rig.
Rig's reading.
Hey, can I bother you again?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're all kind of at an impasse right now, and people are getting real, me included, getting real upset at each other when we probably shouldn't be. And I was wondering if you'd be willing to help us out, kind of stand in the middle.
Okay. Sure.
Sorry.
Kind of folds all her stuff and stacks it kind of neatly off in a corner where she is and stands up to follow. Cha-cha-cha.
And when Kyrian gets back, he will set not Aura, Awa, on his desk and sit on the edge of his bed.
Okay. Rig is gonna look around and probably ask Indy. Ask Lyric. But feel free to chime in within reason. What is it what's the issue here? What is everyone getting worked up about?
Well, I suppose we're just trying to figure out whether or not we need to be using these orbs. Or what we need to be doing with them, I guess. But the problem is we disagree.
They're magic?
Yes. I'm gonna look to Kyrian because I don't know really what to say and what not to say. Per se.
I'm asking you only because I know you're good at talking. And so is the captain. But if I'm going to be helping this talk, it can't be me looking to him all the time. I work under him. They're magic.
I bet you do.
Lyric.
Sorry. I understand why you're asking me. I guess what I'm wondering is, Kyrian, what do you like? You know what we believe about the orbs, what we believe them to be, at least. And what I'm saying is, is that something we just freely talk about, at least on the ship?
It's Rig with my life.
I understand. I believe you, and I trust that. And I trust Rig as well. But
you need to hold back from it. I would tell you if there was.
If you're not comfortable with that, a scale of 1 to 10. How powerful?
Potentially 10.
Okay. Is that vague enough for you? Are you comfortable with that?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine with me. And it's not really a reflection on you. It's just more so like, oh, if we're at, off of the ship and then something happens to you, like, God forbid, somebody would get their hands on you and try to get information out of you. Do you really want to have that information in your head?
It's fine.
Like, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then I would imagine, since there's a disagreement, we don't know how controllable the power is. Correct? Yes. Okay. That's fine. And that's where I guess with that information, the disagreement is what?
Well, I guess in particular, we kind of have suspicion that Coralyn's orb might be sort of representative of evil.
Okay. Not okay. I don't know that that's what I'm looking for. Just in general, disagreement. What is the disagreement?
I mean, like, we just were kind of honest and said that we thought that they might be representative of evil, and essentially, and it seemed like she got pretty upset about that.
And that was the disagreement? Is this or is this not evil? That's
Tyrion shakes his head no.
No, I think what it was that she felt attacked, that it was hers, and that we weren't suspicious of the other ones. But in fairness, I believe we have reason for caution in that particular direction. So,
okay, out of character. Just to be clear, the disagreement was putting them away versus not putting them away.
No, the disagreement was
No.
making a promise to put them away if everyone agreed.
Yeah.
It's that sort of
And
deal.
that's what I'm fishing for, but all we're getting right now is somebody's opinion, which is not what she's looking for. She just wants to, like, the general idea of what's going on. That's what she's asking for.
So
I guess
do you want me to tell you what Lyric would say, or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear Lyric say? You know what I mean?
So she would specify that then. I appreciate that. I guess I'm not doing a good job of explaining. I'll give everyone an opportunity to give their opinions. And I guess if that's the only problem, is that it's one person's magic item that they are currently in possession of, that's fine. That's the only disagreement, is just that one thing. I'm not really looking specifically for opinions yet. I think that this should be when everyone's here, kind of a thing. That's the only thing that we're disagreeing with, I guess, as a group. Is that correct?
No. I don't think so. I think it's more complicated than that.
Okay. Well, I mean, anything you can tell me about what it is that... Not your side of it. That later.
No, I think I've identified the root of the problem.
Okay.
I think I just told you what I believe to be the root of the problem.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I mean, is that not... I don't understand how that's not fair.
I'm not saying it isn't fair. I'm just asking. Okay. We'll wait for everyone to get here.
And in comes in Corlin and Locke. Corlin after Locke, specifically.
Okay. I guess I just wanted to start off by saying, I know that I work for Kyrian. I am not going to be giving my opinion, I guess, in any way. I know him better than you all, and so regardless of how I feel on a situation, I'm mostly going to be keeping my opinion out of it. Just so that you all can trust that all I'm doing is trying to help the discussion happen. I think what I will do, after somebody has kind of explain their side of things is just clarify what I think they're trying to say. If I think it's unclear at all. And if I don't think it's unclear and someone else does, please let me know. But other than that, I think that what's important is that everybody gets a chance to finish their thought before we move on to the next person. You can always come back to somebody later. And we can just go from there. Hopefully this helps. I have a little bit of an idea without going into too much detail, which is fine. I don't need to know everything. Okay. I brought up some straw. We're gonna pull. Whoever gets the long straw goes first. So we're gonna do roll off. And if we have to, we'll roll these. If we have to, we'll re-roll if there's a tie. But whoever is whoever wants to talk, can roll. And the highest roll gets the long straw. So just go ahead and roll in DiceBot, please, because I can't see Roll20 right now. Roll exclamation point.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
That?
Gotta
No.
put a space. It's exclamation point before roll, space 1d20.
That's right.
Exclamation
Thank
point,
you.
roll, space, 1d20.
That's my fault. All right. So 5, 6, 18, and that's it. Those 3 people are rolling.
Yeah, Indy
All right.
and I are not.
Okay, totally fine. Okay. Corlin, you get to go first. What I know is that this has to do with these magic items. That you all have found, these orbs. Other than that, I guess I don't really know much. What is it? Tell me your side of things. Tell us your side of things.
Well, and she's gonna be gently petting Timothy's head as she's talking. My reason for being a little upset is I get, like, if these are bad, like, putting them away, like, I get that, but I guess I'm just a little sad because since we got, this one, no one's liked him, and y'all already tried to take him away once and put him back in the safe. So I guess I just got worried that if I didn't, have a choice in the matter, that it would be taken away again. And that's even if he, if they didn't do anything wrong. And I don't think there's anything bad about them. I think they've, there's things that they can do and help me do that are really similar to what the Wild Mother lets me do. And she's not bad at all. I just don't. I'm pretty good about reading people, I think. And I know it's not a person, but it's something. And it hasn't tried to be mean or anything, or try to coerce me into doing anything. And I just don't feel, I feel almost like I don't know. I don't know how to explain how I was feeling, but I was feeling real sad because we got the first two, and no one thought anything bad about them, and that they were cool friends of yours, and that's all fine. But then me and this one, we got along real well, and that's just not okay. And, yeah.
Okay. So this is, I guess, where I will say it's not an opinion, but just I want to kind of try and simplify it a little.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
So what I think you're saying is, uh, you trust this magic item, and other people don't, but they trust the one that the captain has and the one that Locke has, and you're afraid it's going to be taken away from you, and that doesn't seem fair to you. Is that what you're saying? Did I miss anything?
Me, yes, but I like the whole thing is that if we all have and we were going to put Indy in charge of if she thought something was off with one of us, that she would take, you know, their magic item away because it seemed to be uh changing them, like. But I guess I just got a little nervous, or maybe sad, because I just don't know if someone who didn't like my little guy would just try to influence her to take it away because they just didn't like it because it's already been taken away before. No one likes him.
Okay.
And I trust Indy, and I love Indy, and I trust everyone. I love everyone, of course. But I
You think they
Scott.
would want to do this because they care about you and they think it's dangerous and it's hurting you, and you don't think that it is. Is that correct?
I guess.
Okay. I real quick, I'm gonna let someone else talk in a second. But I just want to clarify some things. You trust this group, specifically, I guess Indy is the one that I wanted to ask about. Do you think that Indy could be convinced to do something if she didn't want to take it away if she didn't want to do that to you? Like if you, let me start with a different question. Do you trust Indy to notice if somebody's acting strangely because of these items?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think she would be able to.
And do you think that Indy would be able to be convinced to pretend that she thought there was something wrong when she didn't?
Mm, I guess not.
Think about that for a little bit if you want. Why don't you think about that?
Okay.
Checking the dice pot.
Lyric.
Thank you. You guys were close. One was 5, one was 6. Yeah. She'll kind of turn over to Lyric. Okay. I guess you're next. And I'll get to the two of you, and she kind of looks over at Locke and Indy at the end. And again, if at any point anyone has any questions for clarification, like if you don't, like before I go to Lyric, sorry, does everyone understand what she has said so far. Anyone confused at all? Are we good to move on? I'm going to take that as a yes.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Moving forward, same thing. You know, if anyone has any questions about what someone else is saying, please don't interrupt, but I'll try and remember to ask before I move on to the next person. Lyric, I guess you gave me a little bit of your side of things to an extent, but more details. Not only because I know at least a part of what you're going to say. Just what
do you mean?
feel.
What do you mean when just what do you? I got my question for you is I guess what do you mean when you say that I gave you part of my side or
Well, you told me how you felt about the orb, Colin's orb, a little bit, a little, or at least at the very least, you expressed the concern of other people, what you thought their concern was.
Yeah, I really was just trying to. I kind of thought I gave you more of an objective rundown of what I thought was
Fine.
the situation.
Maybe I misunderstood that. That's fine.
I don't know. I just want to make sure that because
regardless, I mean, now I would like your side of things.
I don't really have much else to say other than, I feel pretty firmly about how I assessed, the situation earlier, and I guess the thing we need to figure out is, I guess, where is the compromise?
Okay. And just for the people that weren't in the room, and then Rig would kind of repeat what Lyric had said earlier about being worried about Corlin's orb. And not about you being worried about it. You did say, this is out of character. You did say that people were worried about her orb. That's what I mean. Correct?
So,
this is me out of character. All I'm saying is what Lyric said earlier was that people were concerned that Corlin's orb might be dangerous.
Yes, that is true. And then on top of that, or to qualify that, based on prior knowledge and like kind of known.
Yeah, but that's all. Rig repeats all that. Everyone heard it. I'm not repeating it myself, but that's what Rig says. What you said before. So I mean, then out of character, concisely as possible, could summarize what you want people to have gotten out of what Lyric had said previously. Then people are worried. Okay, sorry.
That people are worried that the orb might be dangerous because of what we know about the orbs.
Okay.
What we know to be true about the orbs.
Okay, cool. So Rig would say that. All right.
Well, I guess more specifically, Corlin's orb, and the reason why, and what Lyric was saying before was that the reason why there was even like a disagreement here at all is because Corlin is feeling personally attacked because hers is the first orb that we have expressed negativity about.
So Rig would say all that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then I guess anything you would like to add to that, your opinion of how you feel about all this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do believe that based off of what we know now, it is just, and what we have experienced before with powerful magical items affecting the minds of our friends. And maybe I'm just somewhat paranoid because I play with people's minds that our minds are going to get played with. But I think based off of what we have been through and what we know to be or believe to be true about the orbs, this level of hesitancy about them in general is founded. And then on top of that, particular hesitancy towards Coralyn's orb is fair.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. Is there anything currently in her behavior that you feel is concerning?
You mean believing that she has been affected by the orb already, or like that it might be influencing her? No, not necessarily.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. So how do you feel? What just happened here? I think something got deleted. Sorry, I'm a very visual person. I just saw something blip. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Your magic affects people's minds a lot?
Yes.
Have you ever had any experiences, bad experiences? Not necessarily with your magic, but that have affected your feelings towards this sort of thing?
We found a magical storage bag that Locke that was cursed, that made Locke a hoarder. I don't know. It was awful, honestly. He was like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, we have clear experience of magical items like this, and specifically, we have experience with them doing it kind of under our noses.
And I guess you specifically, I mean, how did that make you feel as somebody who uses the same type of magic, I suppose?
It's not the same type of magic, no, but I guess similar effects in the end, sure. And I mean, to be honest with you, I have my own hesitancies about my magic, but I think that that's a fascinating conversation, but probably one for another time.
Sure. I just didn't know. Please, if I'm wrong, let me know. That might affect how you feel about this to an extent.
Yes, sure. Yeah, of course. I think so, absolutely. I definitely believe our experiences affect how we think about the world.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure everyone is kind of understanding why other people are feeling the way that they are.
Yeah,
I hope.
Of course. Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's like we've experienced this before, and so I think it's just healthy. I think a certain level of hesitancy is healthy, given that it has happened to us before and we are now aware of the dangers. However, Yes, I think it's also fair to point out that perhaps I might be a bit biased because of paranoia.
I'm not meaning that you're biased. I want other people to understand.
Oh no, I know, but I'm saying that though. You know, I might
Oh.
be.
Okay. Well, I hope I didn't make you feel that way.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Any questions before we move on? Well, I guess, is there anything? That's everything, right? You're good?
Yep, that's good for me.
Okay. Any questions before we move on? All right. I'm going to take it from the complete silence that that's a no. Captain?
Please, for like the 100th time, call me Kyrian. Yeah, I guess. I should probably clarify. When I sort of offered up that deal as something we needed to do for me, it wasn't about Corlin's orb specifically. It was just in the last few hours, we learned a whole lot more about these orbs and basically learned that if we're right, they're way more powerful than we thought they were. And it scared the shit out of me. And in my head, the first thing I thought of was if I went crazy, I'd want everyone to tell me, and then if I still wouldn't listen, I'd want them to stop me. And my instinct was Indy, who's level-headed and also the only person at this point without an orb, would probably be the best person to be the final say on that, kind of as an alarm, like a warning bell. If Indy says to someone, hey, you need to put the orb down, after they've agreed, if Indy says you need to put the orb down, they will, and they refuse, that would be pretty clear indication that it's not them anymore, because we all would have agreed on it. That was my only intention in all this, was keeping us safe. It had nothing to do with Corlin or Corlin's orb specifically. Yeah, I think I agree with Lyric to an extent. I think Corlin's orb's done some things that made me nervous with the words that it said, but at the same time, when I picked up Awa for the first time, I was hounded about it for a good week, and I still get mostly jokes at this point, but people still bring it up, how stupid that was or how dumb and impulsive it was for me to do it. And then when Locke got his orb, everybody was all freaking out and watching him for days. I think, at least on my side of things, it's just nervousness. I care about you guys, and I'm careful about who I care about. And I'd rather us have some kind of something in place to where we can be certain that everyone's okay. And this is what I thought was the best option. It wasn't directed at any one person specifically. If anybody, I was actually more worried about Lyric because of what we know about, what we think we know about what these orbs are associated with. His might be the most powerful. I don't know.
That's actually. I'm sorry. Can I?
Kyrian, are you finished, or is there anything else you needed to?
No, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
Well, I guess I just was thinking, like, you know, thought really just occurred to me, but you know, I know how Corlin, you have expressed that you feel like people have only expressed this skepticism about yours, which, like, isn't true. We definitely were skeptical of Kyrian's. Maybe less so Locke's. But Locke's kind of like the guy who tries things. I don't know. It's like how he is directed to do things. I don't know. But then really this whole agreement was brought about because I was about to talk to the new one. So it was really more about the new one and being skeptical of that one, and then us agreeing, well, if this is going to be a thing, you know, we should be. It's a. So it's like, it's not an attack on yours specifically. We have some. We're going to learn about them, I guess, as we go. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. It's less so. It's not about you specifically or yours.
So then, and she'll kind of turn back to Kyrian to go back to what you said, just to say what I think that you're saying. You seem to understand what it was that she was feeling. It makes sense, correct? When
Sense.
she explained. But that was not what you had intended.
Mm-mm.
And that it sounds like you all have some new information that you didn't before that is putting people on edge. And she'll kind of look over to Locke and Indy for confirmation, since they haven't spoken yet. And everybody, but she'll kind of make sure that like everyone's kind of on the same boat.
That
Would
is
everyone
my understanding, yeah.
So everyone is agreeing with that. There is new information that is kind of changing the way you feel about these things to an extent.
Yep.
There's a new information.
Indy? You're muted or not there.
Can you hear me?
Now,
Now I
I
can.
can. Is that correct for you as well?
Yes.
And Coraline? Do you agree that this new information, at the very least, changes how you are thinking about these items in general? Or no?
To an extent, because maybe because I'm not that smart, but like we don't know if this is just a hunch. Is not like confirmed. So like yes and no.
Okay.
But at the same time,
It's no. So you understand what people are saying, though. New information.
I mean, yes. I'm sorry. Yes. If new information that is for sure that we have to take more precautions about them, then yes, of course.
Okay. You guys have a way of dealing with the new information? Anybody?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, do you have a way of figuring out what to do with the new information? A plan?
Walk it to land.
Yeah.
And then I was
Okay.
also going to speak with the new one, perhaps, and see what the deal is with that.
Okay. And Kyrian, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just wanted to make sure that I heard all of what Corlin was saying there. What were you going to say?
I mean, I still mean what I said. The whole deal thing has nothing to do with your orb specifically, Corlin. But I also want to make sure you understand why people are speculative about your orb because of what it wanted. And we can set that aside because it's just words, right? It's not anything physical. It's more that every single bit of information that we do have on these orbs points negatively towards that one. And at the end of the day, it's just an item to us. And if it's a bad item, and if it's going to cause harm to us, we shouldn't use it. Yeah, all of us.
Okay.
You guys can't see me. Kyrian point. Kyrian would have pointed at Corlin and then at like everyone.
I hand people things who aren't in the same state as me.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Corlin, do you feel maybe not happy about it, but do you feel these people, you trust these people, right? This group here? You've said so at the beginning, right?
Yes.
And so you can trust what they're saying, that they didn't mean for this to be about your item specifically, correct?
I suppose, yes.
That doesn't mean it didn't feel like it, but you trust that they're not lying about that, correct?
Yes.
It's okay to feel one way and know deep down that that is not necessarily, your feelings are separate from your understanding of the situation. It's okay to still feel bad about it. Is that kind of where you are right now? Still feel bad, but you understand that they are not targeting you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's also maybe worth mentioning us how we feel about the orb regardless, whether it becomes our best friend or whether it turns out to be the best of them or the worst of them or whatever. It doesn't have anything to do with you. If anything, it's the only thing it has to do with you is that we care about you and we want to make sure that you're safe. I couldn't care less about these orbs at the end of the day. I mean, I care about Aura to an extent. I enjoy talking to her. She's a good listener and all of that. But if it put you all in danger, I'd set it aside. If it became a problem, I'd set it aside. And that's it. And if you guys told me it was a problem, even if I was upset about it, I'd have to believe it was because y'all love me. Not because y'all want to take something away from me.
I guess I was going to go around and ask the people who already had their feelings on their own. I mean, you kind of answered most of that already, but I mean, how do you feel about your magic orb?
Useful.
And that's it?
Kind of shrugs. I mean, at first it was more than that, I guess. I kind of latched onto it, but it's...
If you don't mind me asking, do you know why that was or might have been?
I mean, I felt ostracized a little on the outside, and it was someone to talk to. But not as much anymore.
Because you have a stronger connection to this group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Locke?
When I first got R, it was, oh cool, shiny orb. These things are useful. At the time, we had been told to like collect them, get them. We didn't know what for. Still don't really. And it was cool to have one. At this point, it's like another friend that accompanies me everywhere I go, and helps keep me safe.
You glitched in the middle. You said another friend, just so I am clear.
Yes, yes.
Okay. It sounded like instead of friend.
Oh, that works too.
Yeah. Ah, yes, those.
Jasper?
No, that's somebody hitting on Locke.
Lyric?
Lyric, now is not the time. Please, I'm trying to mediate.
Down boy.
Besides, I saw you flirting with thin air up in the crow's nest, so stop. No. So
I was just up there, like, talking to the mast.
that's it. Hey, baby.
Oh, Lyric's drunk again.
Some hard wood you got there.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Time out. Time out. for you.
Yeah.
Go to the corner.
So you still think of yours as a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Eh.
it's a consciousness separate of mine that wants to have conversations, that Maya really likes to party. I haven't done so many parties lately. I've been meaning
Rig
to.
looks very confused when Locke says that. Rig's like, she just.
But yeah.
Were you gonna say something else? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just because their body happens to be in the form of a sphere with no eyes doesn't make them any less of a sentient creature, entity. So to me, yeah, doesn't seem weird to consider it a friend.
And how do you feel now that you know that it might be a very powerful magical item?
It doesn't change the way I view it. It was always a powerful magic item to me.
Okay. And the fact that you're the one who's been affected by something before.
Yeah. And I didn't notice with the bag that I was acting differently. And so, no, I don't know necessarily that I would notice a change in myself. I guess well, actually, it might be affecting me a little bit, because I don't know that I've ever been like, ooh, I need to throw a party. But
Kind of small smile.
I mean, I enjoy parties, but like, I kind of want to throw one because I know that it would make R happy, and not and everybody else who got to go to the party.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but the way I look at it is, everyone is affecting everybody in their behavior just by being around them. You temper what you say because it might be offensive, or you say nice things to someone because you want them to like you. And unless it becomes a problem where it's negatively affecting yours or the people you care about's lives, I can't really say that I have a problem with it necessarily. I probably am the outlier though in the group.
I don't know a lot about magic. Um, who who here would know kind of the most about magic? I don't. It can be more than one person. I'm not asking you to say you're the best, but like, if I were going to ask about magic items, who would I ask?
I mean, I can magically understand them when I touch them, but I don't know that I have the most understanding of them as a whole.
Anyone else?
I mean, I would say I've been around quite a few. Indy's seen them in the past, though I don't really know if she really took to them quite as much. I'm not sure.
I said Indy. I don't think my mic picked me up. I mean, if I had a question, Indy, about magic items, is that something you would feel comfortable answering, or do you think that's something that I should ask Lyric and Kyrian?
Well, what kind of magic items are you talking about? They're talking about the orbs or other things?
Just a general question about how magic items work.
Uh, I mean, is that what you meant?
I didn't. You cut out.
Oh, okay. I said I really don't know a lot about magic items, if that's what you meant. I'm not
Okay.
any expert of any sort on it.
Are you taking your dogs outside? I hear crickets.
Yeah.
What a girl! What a dedicated D&D player!
We're back inside now.
I'm so proud of you. Indy's the favorite again, guys.
What else is new?
I was gonna say, it changed?
I don't think it has. I was thinking of that when I said it. Okay. All right. So then, Lyric. I mean, is that possible? I guess my question is, I mean, it's possible that a magic item is a person? How does that work? Or
For lack of a, you know what, just to save us from a real long conversation, yes, that is very
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
That is what these are.
Pretty much, yep.
So it has more to do with whether you trust the person.
Yep.
Okay.
For me, at least. I shouldn't speak for other people.
Does that seem right? She looks over at Lyric to confirm.
Yep. Sure.
Okay. I mean, and I guess What is it? Something. It's about these orbs and what you don't know about them. And I guess I don't know. Hang on. Out of character. Please correct me if I'm misremembering. Nobody has specifically told Rig this is about putting, like, part of this is about putting the orbs away. I mean, it's sort of been mentioned vaguely, but she doesn't know.
Kyrian, during his part, said the whole deal was about putting them
Okay.
away if they ever became a problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like if they ever influenced us.
All right, I wasn't sure how vague you were. You were not vague. You were very specific.
I was-
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Kyrian trusts Rig completely.
As does Lyric. To be clear, it's just more of protecting her, or at least not.
Neither
Wanted-
I nor Rig are offended. Rig honestly doesn't want to deal with your shit. in a friendly way, but she perfectly understood what Lyric was saying. Yeah, and was very, very grateful. In fact, I mean,
I wanted
Lyric's
to give her the opportunity to make that decision for herself.
yes, plausible deniability. Yes.
I wasn't trying to be like a jerk or anything to Rig.
She did
No.
not take it that way
Right.
at
He
all.
didn't take that way.
And she travels on a pirate ship, so she understands.
I figured.
plausible
Yeah, that was
deniability.
the hope.
Kyrian's thought, just since we're talking about it, Kyrian's thought is if somebody wants information about Kyrian from Rig, whether or not she has it, they're going to try and take it out of her.
Yeah.
I think she knows that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so she 100% that's what she got from that. So, but thank you, for clarifying. Okay.
Lyric has a 20 charisma. Jordan does not.
Jordan's charisma is pretty good, I would say.
I appreciate that.
Yes, I think you're not giving yourself that much credit. Minimum. All right. So and she kind of like looks over at Corlin to kind of make sure Corlin understands that she really, really means this. This isn't a question about whether the whole putting them away thing is going to be agreed on. This is just a question about how everyone feels about Indy. Okay?
Okay.
Do you trust Indy's judgment to kind of understand if people are being affected by these things?
Yes.
Okay. And would it upset you if she, it probably would. Would it upset you now, currently unaffected, knowing that Indy in a potential future might tell you there's something wrong?
I mean,
if something were wrong, right? Would you be upset to know that Indy might approach you in the future?
no.
Okay, that's it. Locke,
Yeah.
do you trust Indy and her judgment in this?
Yeah. I do.
And again, potential future you, would it upset you now not being affected to know that in the future, Indy might come up to you and say, I think that you're being affected? If she really thought that there were signs you were changing.
No.
Okay. Lyric, same thing. I guess you've got one now, too, sort of.
Sort of.
I feel silly saying this. She's your sister, but you trust Indy?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fair. It was really kind of a stupid question, but that's
More than my own self.
And would it upset you if she in the future told you honestly she thought you were being affected?
I would hope that she would. In
Okay.
fact, yeah.
Um,
And I believe she would.
Tyrion?
I feel the exact same way. I trust her
Alright.
completely, and I'd hope she'd say something.
Okay. Indy, is that something you'd be comfortable doing?
To a certain degree, I think I want to make it clear that I wouldn't decide for the group. I feel like it would be something where I would notice something, just like anyone could notice something. And then I would gather everybody together and say, hey, this is what I noticed. Are you guys noticing this too? It wouldn't be like, okay, well, you're done. You know what I mean? It would be more of, if I saw something, I would definitely bring it to everybody's attention and we would go from there. But I wouldn't be the judgment and the ruler on it. I think we need to do that as a group.
I think that's fine. I think that's what, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's what people are asking you to do.
Well, they just keep saying my name and not everybody else's, and I'm not comfortable being the one who is making that decision without everyone else being on the same page.
If it helps,
No, go ahead.
if it helps, the reason we're saying your name is because you're the one without an orb.
Which is what I was going to say.
No, I do understand that, and I mean it's a compliment in the highest. I get that. I just want to make it clear that I'm not going to suddenly decide, oh, well, you know what, I think this and I'm going to take it away. No, I'm going to get everybody together and say, this is what I noticed. Let's talk about this and go from there. And everything. I think that's the way I would do something, and I don't want it to be looked at as I'm the one who is telling everybody else what to do. It's more like I noticed something, I talk to you guys about it, and we go from there.
And if I'm understanding, that's what people are asking you to do. No one's telling you to take something away from them.
Well, yes, they are, but apparently we're all going to see that differently, and talking about it isn't going to change how we all feel. I'm just saying that that's how I would approach it.
I mean, did I misunderstand that? Are you asking Indy to take it away?
I was not.
I think it's kind of been spoken of in a way that it did kind of sound like that, I guess. But yeah, really what we were saying, Indy, is more so like, hey, you're the one without the orb. So, you know, you're the one who has to kind of like watch and keep an eye out. And then if you start to notice something, then bring it to us. Yeah. You don't have to literally fight the orbs out of our hands. Hopefully you don't have to, I mean, God, I hope not.
Is that something you're more comfortable with?
Yes.
And I don't know where they are, but maybe Ballyhoo could help? Does Ballyhoo have one?
Ballyhoo wants nothing to do with any of this.
So would it make you feel more comfortable if it was you and Ballyhoo?
I mean, I don't know at this point.
Are you comfortable with this or no?
I already said the only way I would do it is if I just told everybody and we talked about it. That's the only way.
Would everybody be okay with that?
Yep.
Orla?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And maybe since all of these are similar, everybody puts them away? Right? If one of them shows it's maybe problematic.
It would stand to reason that if one became problematic, the others could in a different way, if not the same.
Would people be okay with that?
If we don't find
Yes.
anything new, or yeah, of course.
Just until Lyric said when you guys get to shore,
Right.
you have options, correct?
Yeah.
So for the time being,
Of course.
and Locke,
Yeah. Sorry, price music.
Corlin, Valley, who be quiet.
Y- yeah,
okay?
that's fine.
I don't really like parties that much, or know if you guys are going to have a party, but is this a good place for me to not be here right now?
Well, I mean, I've tried to invite you like 6 times, and you keep saying no.
No, thank you. Yeah. Is that okay? Or are you guys feeling okay about this, or I'm gonna take the silence as a yes.
I feel better if
I guess maybe before I go, I had asked everybody else but you, Coralyn, how do you feel about your orb?
I love it. I don't know, they seem really cool. And they're interesting. And I don't, they got, I don't know, they're just pretty neat. I like talking to them.
I said okay, but I don't know the mic picked it up. Darn Rig and her quiet voice.
Rig, you gotta speak up.
What?
You gotta speak up, Rig.
Oh, okay. Is this better?
That's much better.
Okay. I didn't ask. I'm gonna go back to Locke. Boy, I dropped the ball on this. You told us how you feel about the orb. Do you know why you feel that way about it?
I don't know how to explain that. It's kind of just the way that I view the world. I kind of put people into different categories, I think. So, like, if I meet someone and I get a good vibe, sorry, trying to push a dog. I kind of, at a certain point, bring them into, like, like a circle of trust, like people I trust, and albeit sometimes it bites me in the ass a little. Not gonna lie there, but yeah, kind of. Once you're there, you kind of gotta really maliciously fuck me over before I give up on you.
Okay. And Corlin, do you know why you like yours so much?
Um, well, um, we start talking, and it has similar interests, and it seemed like I kind of like, I don't know, talking to like a little kid, and it was just fun. And once I got to like hang out with it more, and like really felt like connected with it, I just got like really cool. Like I felt like I was back home, and I don't know, we just clicked.
I don't know where you're from. Where are you from?
Originally, or like uh growing up.
I don't know, whatever home you're talking about.
I mean, he makes me feel like uh like like birth home, which is deep deep in forest. Like you never find it if you didn't know the way. There's nothing there anymore, but that's what it feels like.
Okay. I don't know that I was going anywhere with that. For me, not that I don't appreciate all of you sharing, but it's more to let you guys understand how everyone feels about these things.
Sure.
I think I'm gonna go. Is everyone okay with that?
Thank you, Rig.
Yeah, that'd be
Thank you.
fine. Thank you.
Kirian, can I have
Thank
some
you.
rum, please?
Of course. By the way, and he will take the rum out. Will you come with me real quick?
I have a big glass of rum.
Yeah. He takes the bottle with him, and he will lead her to the cleric's quarters
Mm-hmm.
and kind of unlock the door with the spare key, and then hold the rum out. And when she assumedly extends her hand,
Mm-hmm.
he will slap the key into her hand and then push the rum in, kind of wedging the key into her hand. I was gonna do this regardless, so don't think it has anything to do with what happened up there. You should have your own space, and I feel like this will give it to you.
Okay.
And then he will walk out before she can argue.
You see her kind of go, like, she opens her mouth and you turn around and walk away. And you can
I mean,
just
he
sense
might,
the
yeah.
eye roll. You can
As he
sense
kind of
the eye
walks out the
roll.
door, he kind of like spins around and walks backwards, and he's like, "Enjoy it. I will find out if you try to sleep in the brig again. Sleep tight."
Okay.
Then he will climb up the actual crow's nest.
Okie dokie. At this point, I mean, we can stop here. You guys can keep going.
You guys think he's coming back? Sorry, I had to. I don't mind.
He left
going.
Diz. By the way, just in case Indy might want to snatch Diz up.
Now seems like the perfect chance.
Is who? What are you talking about?
The fox.
Fox.
Dizzy.
No, I'm saying I don't know what you're talking about. There's no fox in your room.
We don't have a token for Diz because Diz will never enter combat.
As soon as Lyric catches on, Lyric is like, "Oh, I got this, Indy." This Lyric will just, who is Diz, Kirian? I've never heard of Diz before.
Tyrion's not there.
That's true. We're all just gonna act like
Anytime
Yeah.
Kirian ever comes around, like Lyric's just like, you've never had a fox, Kirian. There's never been a fox on this ship.
I've always had a fox. I don't know what you're talking about.
then like the moment we get to like
Tyrion took
Potara or whatever,
Tyrion took
it's
this
like,
with him.
oh, Indy, where'd you get that fox?
Tyrion took Diz with him. Never mind.
We find out that this is like the legendary Pokemon.
Diz is
Using it in battle.
secretly the eternal rainbow dragon who will end the world.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Do whatever you want. Hopefully, I feel bad because Indy seemed annoyed.
Doesn't like having her name dragged along into
not in
stuff.
real life. In game, Indy's like, oh, guys, I don't want this responsibility. Ah!
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly why Indy needs is the one who has the responsibility.
I don't see why you
She's
guys
gonna
couldn't
kick
trust
you when
Locke.
nobody's looking.
That's exactly why Locke doesn't have the responsibility.
Yeah, I feel like for Kirian, this is like a potentially life or death thing. So it's less
Yeah.
about how much you want it and more about
Locke doesn't
how much
want
you're the
it.
right person for the
That
job.
was totally
I
out of
mean-
character.
Corlin would trust Locke
Thank you.
to
But
tell
I
her.
mean, I think
It's
other
more
people
about the
trust
fact-
Locke. It's
Yeah.
the magic item. Yeah.
It's the fact
I think
that
it's what-
Indy does not have one is the main reason that
Yeah.
Kirian suggested Indy be that kind of alarm bell of Indy suggested that somebody might be in a bad way. That's kind of an alarm bell for us.
All right.
Because we don't even know, like, the orbs might be connected, is Kirian's thought. And so if one person's affected, only Indy might be the one who can actually tell.
Yeah.
All the orbs
Weird.
combined create.
Yeah, because Kirian's still under the assumption that somehow these orbs come together.
Right now. Over me.
But they don't know each other, or like
No.
they're.
I hate you,
No.
Lyric. I love you, but I hate you. They don't know each other except for some reason one of them so far, because I don't think we asked the other two. One of them knows Thon. Oh no.
Oh, everyone.
No. I'm being a jerk. No.
Aha! That's pretty
We're
good for me.
teaming.
That's pretty good for me on
Good job.
wisdom. I fail wisdom on every character I have.
Oh no.
Oops,
Just
wrong
keep
button.
playing clerics then.
I hate cleric. It's too
That's
much.
because you're wrong.
It hurts my
Like,
brain.
Too much. Oh, okay.
I can't do the you have access to every spell op. No. It
You guys
hurts.
are rolling. Gosh, I love you. No, I'm being a jerk. Yeah, I don't know. We can stop here. I know people have stuff that they need to do.
I mean, I'm just working on stuff on the side, so if y'all want to keep going, I will be
Yeah.
a part of it as long as everyone wants to. This campaign is something I live for, so
You also just isolated yourself. I mean,
I did not choose that because Michael wanted to. I chose that as this is something Kirian was going to do whether or not this happened.
Yeah.
Just felt like a very natural time for it to happen.
I guess I will say, Lyric, you were the one who had mentioned about a stopping time specifically.
Yeah, I'm just chilling right now.
I mean, we could keep going. We could,
And
we
I
could do
believe Corlin promised to kick Locke's ass, so.
Aha, yes, flirting. I forgot. We have an appointment for flirting with fists happening. I mean, we can
Wait,
keep going
what?
for
The
Well-
sparring?
yeah,
Oh,
yes.
Which would
Gosh.
equate to Corlin kicking Locke's ass.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, hon, but she would annihilate you.
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, there's no
You
way
would
in a
be
straight up fist.
pleased.
There's no way in a fist fight Locke stands a chance.
No.
He knows this going in. He basically was like, hey, if you need to blow steam, come punch me into mush. I will take it. And she agreed. So Lockwood, after everything calmed down, he would be like, all right, he'd find somewhere for you guys to go, or for us to go, and then he'd put up his hands in a very like, oh god, what have I gotten myself into? Said a word in Gnomish, and Timothy would run up your arm and into your hair, and then he'd be like, all right, ready? And then you would continue to beat him until you decided Locke had had enough. That's how I assume that would go.
I feel so bad about that. Because
Don't.
it would not be good.
I think you're giving me more credit than is deserved. But...
That's a tough baby. Yeah.
That's not a baby. That's a full
That's
grown
not a
adult.
baby. Yeah.
Oh, is it just like a filter?
No, it's
No.
a person who has not been. It's a dwarf.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, they just have
Name
a
is
baby
Hasbulla.
face. That's cool.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking it. Yeah, let's go. Fucking Hasbulla.
They're very rude, but
They're
Oh, no.
extremely rude.
they punch
I've
people
been-
all the time because they know that they won't get hit back.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They just have baby face.
They have
Yeah.
baby body too, so I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
but you can be.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd kick a baby, you know, I'd kick a baby look-alike.
Oh no. I mean, so we can keep going for a little bit. Wait, sorry, Lyric. I got distracted by punching things. What? How late do you want to keep going, or what do you?
Yeah, actually, I probably will need to head off now.
Okay.
But you guys can keep going if you guys want.
Yeah,
I mean, this is,
talk.
And me at all.
no, I think we weren't going to go that long anyways tonight.
Mhm.
So we'll get to sparring and balls and crow's nests on Sunday then.
Okay.
Okay.
I just think
Okay.
it's easier because then hopefully by then we can get Value back. Value,
Mhm.
did he mention he was moving?
You
I mean, he's
mentioned it.
still in another channel.
I know, but I think he's also like it would have been weird including him in this specific
Oh yeah, totally,
thing
totally.
because he missed the session, but like that's why he missed the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
He said he'll be good by next week.
yeah. So,
I'm also probably just gonna hang out for a little bit. I've got to finish this, and I can't be in the other chat while I do that.
I can't imagine why. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind hanging out, but I think
Talent talks.
up. Talent talks.
This is where Mega just interrogates us about our characters so that she can add more
literally
trauma
just-
to the plot.
I
Mhm.
literally just did that for an hour and a half.
I
We can
know.
do reverse Talon talks. If you guys have any questions, my answer might be none ya business, but
I don't want to ask anything.
I want to
Actually, I
ask something
do.
so bad.
Ask it. Do it.
I'm gonna head off. But I will
Bye,
see you
Lyric.
guys later. I love you
See you,
guys.
Zoran.
I love you.
Everyone. Oh, he's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sexual
lean in real
hug.
close.
Okay.
What?
What?
you're
That wasn't
such
for
a
you.
fucking troll.
No, I'm not. I'm a person.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't make
Trolls are
tentacle
people.
jokes about Kyrian, but
I'm-
you can say sexual
No, you
hug.
can make all the tunnel jokes you want. It's just I'm keeping a list, and there's a number that when it hits it, Kyrian dies.
Oh my god.
Get
I'll
right
bring him back
close,
to life.
guys.
You can't control me.
No, but I can control what character I play.
That's okay. We'll still
Yeehaw,
make
it's
them,
me,
even if
Kyrian,
you
you
change
guys.
characters.
Boy, I
you
do
keep
love being.
talking.
You roboted really hard for me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you lagged. I'm stopping though. I think he's still.
You
Let's
roboted
wait for
too
him to come
hard.
back. That's because I upset him with my cowboy.
Fucking shit.
I love it so much.
I heard one word.
I heard fucking shit.
I heard fucking, and then it cut out for me.
What's
Oh,
happening? Or
Oh,
you can hear
There
me.
you go.
Yep.
Now we can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I said I will bring Pete into this campaign so fucking fast before you can say, oh no.
I don't know who
And
that is, so I don't.
You don't want to.
I don't feel
know
like
who
I can
that
have the
is.
appropriate fear.
Pete's pretty great. Bring it. Gosh, we'd have Pete and Ballyhoo. That would be, and Locke. That'd be a hot mess. The hottest of messes. Oh yeah. All right. I can't promise an answer, but Coraline, what's your question?
I want to know. I want to
wanna
know. I want to know so badly because I'm just like, it's something that you know what? No, I'm not gonna ask because Coraline's gonna ask something in game later on. Whenever we
It's
fucking
worse
get
than
to
Ballyhoo.
land.
Pete,
What?
Pete's worse than Ballyhoo.
I keep lagging.
Sorry.
Oh no.
It's fine. This is why I isolated myself.
Oh.
All right.
You can ask if you want to.
You can also just ask. She'll probably say no, but
I know she
it's
will
fun to
say-
hear each other's speculations.
Yeah.
Because it was said that there was a lot of blood in the water, too much blood, but couldn't find the body or anything. Is that motherfucker still alive?
I mean,
That's the same thing. Coraline knows that there was too much blood in the water for someone to be alive.
But couldn't find anything.
well, hang
But there were
on,
other
because
people there.
yeah, because there were the sort of aberration sort of things, and then there was a flash, and they were all gone.
So it's,
And
I mean,
we don't know. But
Yeah.
Michael's big guess is that the shark people were aberrations, and maybe one of them had a teleport the fuck away ability.
So yeah, I mean, what I will tell you is I'm not lying.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
It's
I
great
showed
dog
him
business.
No, I showed him a really, really mean meme and told me to post it.
Share
That's
it.
what I do. I find
Yeah.
fucked up stuff.
Put
and
it
I
in the
show it to him.
Share it.
memes.
Yeah.
We're all
Oh,
friends.
Put it in the memes.
All right.
I'm always down for Kyrian slander if that's what it's about.
Oh no, but
No,
I
I just find like really dark, fucked up stuff, and I'm like,
Oh yes,
ooh.
please.
I love this because like Indy's so innocent seeming at the very least, and then Piper's just like, aha, I have this
Yes.
humor.
Where is it? There it is. Hold on. There we go.
Oh shit, I should learn sending. This just created a terrible idea for me. Oh no.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
Arian,
gosh.
thank you for playing along with my music. I saw that in the chat.
Yeah, Tarzan soundtrack is the best soundtrack on the Disney movie.
That's
Oh,
not even that bad.
that's awesome.
It is.
How many kids would have been an age today if people hadn't pulled out? Millions. That's the answer. Millions.
I got tons of fucked up stuff.
Told you she needed to post it.
I'm
I have so many good things from like playing Evil Apples, which is like Cards of Humanity online. Oh damn, so many funny combos.
I'm very curious to see what people do from here with a roleplay standpoint.
Out of character, everyone feeling okay?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
My goal was
Okay.
never. Yeah, it was like one of those
know.
like it was one of those like, ooh, that felt bad in a good way. Like, I don't know. I don't want to make it
Yeah,
sexual,
no.
so I'm not going to talk anymore.
Oh,
That's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Too
Like,
late.
first thing that popped into my mind, so I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Like, I'll say, like not upset, like, with anyone, but because I have bad brain, I felt bad. So that's why